Are you ready to create a life you crave? Let's spin that doom loop of negativity into an upward success cycle and start living lucky. I'm Jana.
I'm Jason.
And we are living lucky. Doe, a deer, a female deer.
Female deer, ray, a drop of golden sun.
Me, a name I call myself.
Fa, a long, long way to run.
If you hear a slight delay, that's because Jason is in Dallas right now. Jason, welcome to the show. Welcome to the podcast.
We're talking so far away from me.
We are talking about not arpeggios, if you like our singing this morning. We're talking about solfeggios. What is it called, Jason? Solfeggios?
Solfeggio frequencies. Solfeggios. Frequencies.
It makes me feel like pasta. I don't know. I just want fettuccine.
To me, that's just even a hard word to say. Solfeggio. Frequencies.
Solfeggio.
Hey, solfeggio. Come here, solfeggio.
Solfeggio. Why are we even talking about solfeggio? Well, I'll tell you why. It's because I've been trying to find music that makes me feel good. And I have really been struggling. I don't know why, but I feel like today's modern music, it makes me feel it's a little harsh. It's a little harsh for my soul. And I don't know if that makes me old or if I'm just a little more in tune than the average person. This is giving me
anxiety and agita.
It does. It does. It makes me feel on alert. It makes me feel like my muscles get tense. It makes me feel like, and I don't know if I can explain that to anybody, but I've been looking.
The thing is, it's almost like it's still, even though it gives you that feeling, it remains in the status quo because so many people have no idea that they're living in a state of survival and a feeling of alertness all the time. So the music is actually, it's kind of like a normal feeling in life for them.
That's everyone's new norm. And it's not even a new norm. That's everyone's norm. Everyone's norm is on high alert. No, I'm just going to be real right now. I'm just going to be completely real. And I'm sure that my friend Lily is going to appreciate this. I've made an awesome new friend, Lily. She is just, she's the bee's knees. Okay, we've actually been on 3 dates now. In a week, we've been on 3 dates.
Let's have a friend date.
Yes. Okay, so there's one thing about Lily that is entirely opposite of me. Entirely opposite. And that is Lily has her phone with her at all times. And the reason I know this is that like we went out for drinks one night and then as soon as I got home, the next morning I saw that she had texted me like several times going, "Are you home yet? Are you home yet?" And she had called. She was like, "Oh my gosh, you have to call and tell me that you got home okay. Are you home okay? I'm Cuban. You got to tell me that you're home okay." And literally, I didn't even pick up my phone until like 11:30 the next day. And she had blown up my phone the next morning going, "Oh my gosh, is everything okay? I'm so worried about you." And Lily has her phone with her all the time because that's just, she works on her phone.
She's also on a social frequency.
And she's a mom, she's a mom of 7. So she has to have that lifeline with her. And I don't. I am the opposite. I am like, sometimes I can go a couple days without even knowing where my phone is. Jason knows this because it drives him crazy sometimes. He's like, "Where's your phone? Why didn't you answer your phone?" I'm like, "My phone? I don't know where my phone is." It drives my virtual assistant crazy.
She doesn't care what I get from the grocery store. I'm just going to get what I want.
But I'm going to say most people are on the Lily side of the teeter-totter when it comes to this. Like, I'm the outlier. Would you agree with this?
I would say that you're probably an outlier on that.
And I think it's the same when it comes to music. Like I listen to music and I hear what people are listening to right now, and it makes me feel angst.
Well, you also hear what people are not hearing in the music. So you're hearing like you are very passionate and you're very feeling. So like beyond the lyrics, beyond the actual just beat, like the frequency of the music and the like you have a very musical background, and because of all the work that you've done over the past couple of years, I believe that you pick up on some of the musical nuances of the emotionality, is that the word, of the
Mhm.
music. So like it's not just a song, it will take you to a place.
So I started reading about this because I'm like, what is it about music that I'm looking for? There's something in my subconscious, and every now and then I'll find a song and I'll go, now that song speaks to me.
It
That song
resonates.
speaks to me. It resonates. What is it about that song? It's not necessarily the artist. It's not necessarily that it's such a spectacular voice. There's something about that song. So I've been really reading up on frequencies. And what I have found is there's a thing called Solfeggio Frequencies, and the monks know about this. And there's actually I think six different tones. And if you can listen and tune in to these solfeggio frequencies and listen to them, then you can get on a different vibration. And the more that I'm reading about this, you can actually, whatever it is you are searching for, if you would like to tune into a particular emotion, say you want to heal your body, or say you want to feel happy, or say you want to feel a particular melancholy, you can tune into a particular hertz, is what they are, capital HZ.
Not HURTS.
No, not HURTS. Although I know a few songs that can put you in that vibe too.
Yeah. So just while we were talking, I looked up the word resonate.
Yes.
And the word resonate is closely tied to the concepts of vibration and frequency, because when something resonates with you, it means that it strikes a chord or connects with you on a deep emotional level.
Yeah.
So this connection is due to a shared vibration or frequency,
Well,
whether it's in the form of ideas, music, emotions, or just physical
lovers,
vibrations.
people, sales, relationships, even my dog. Like you can tell when people are in when they're in rapport, when they're resonating with, when they're on that same vibe. We're vibing, we're resonating, we are in rapport. That's what that means. We are
Yeah.
on the same wavelength.
Wavelength. Yeah. So it makes sense that if you want to feel X, I should find music or a vibration that's in that feeling, and we will gravitate together.
But here's the thing. I was trying to do that, which is what led me to this research. I was
Right.
trying to find upbeat, high energy music. And I was finding, I mean, I searched Apple Music. I'm like, upbeat, high energy, vitality, vivacious. Like I was typing in all the words that I wanted to feel, and I was getting the exact opposite feelings. I really was. I was getting like headbanging, and I was getting like, oh, like, let's go fight. Do you know what I'm
You
saying?
gotta fight for your right to party. Yeah. So, but you were plugging in like probably an SEO type search instead of like let's find the new pop music that is closest to the frequency of 417 or the hertz,
But
417 hertz.
even if I typed in happy music, I was getting words or lyrics that would pertain to happiness. I wasn't getting the intangible, which is what
Right.
my subconscious wanted. I wanted that feeling that maybe that's what AI can't do yet. Maybe that's what I've tapped into. Maybe that's exactly what AI hasn't been able to do is type into it. But the more research that I did, what I found is that back in the early 1900s, the average hertz was, I think it was 432. That's what brought harmony and sacred vibes to all of our ears. Like that's what we found harmonious. And then some psychologist, some researcher discovered that, hey, you know what? If I change people's vibe, they're going to perk up and they're going to listen. And there was a propaganda advertising specialist over in Germany that thought, you know what? I'm going to start tuning people into 440. And when he did that, then all of a sudden he started tuning a whole nation into hatred and hostility and and we all know what happened in 1940, right? I mean, it's almost like brainwashing us all and we don't even realize it. It's all happening in our subconscious mind.
Yeah.
You were going to explain this in sixth grade terms to me, Jason. Go for it.
So my thought is when you look at vibration and music, so music is, or sound is, a vibration. And if you have you can Google anywhere, like if you have grains of salt, grains of sand, particles on a metal board or on a glass sheet, and you plug a frequency into it, or vibrate that sheet of glass or metal at any frequency, different patterns are going to present themselves with the grains of salt or sand that are on it.
Okay.
So
I
if
feel
you can
like
imagine,
that's wait, is that amber waves
that's like an eighth
of
grade
grain? Isn't that
yeah.
like our Star Spangled Banner or something? Or not that?
Well, it's
America the
very much
Beautiful.
it's very much like a little eighth grade science project.
Okay, keep going.
So if you can imagine that that's going to happen to these grains on this piece of metal or glass, if you're hearing this music around you, if it's going into your body, the cells of your body are going to start forming different new patterns than where they were. They're going to start resonating with the vibration coming in. So that's where, like, we've made intentional movements in our lives to filter out some of the things that were making us feel bad or giving us negative vibes and bring in more positive vibes. So,
I don't know.
feel like
You're not convincing me, Shelfer. You're not convincing me. I don't know.
well,
I guess I know what I like. I know what I don't like. And I will say that I'm not an expert, but I feel like I was onto something. I tapped into something and I was actually quite proud because the more research that I did, I felt like, oh my gosh, my intuition, my subconscious mind tapped into something. I was right. I was right. And maybe that's really what I want to say is sometimes when we have a nudge or a feeling or a knowing, we just need to trust it and follow it because
here's the beauty
there's an
of it.
awakening that's happening.
Most people have no idea that there's a frequency, like a hertz frequency, that's playing in music. They just think it's sound, lyrics, and instrumentals. So they're not even aware of a different frequency level and how that may or may not be affecting them. So having the awareness that there is a frequency to music and to life gives you a framework to play in, or a playground to play in, and say, what do I want to feel? Let me search for things within this frequency. I think that there's been enough study and enough understanding in the area by scientists that we could probably start searching for music by the frequency. So if I said, what is the frequency of happiness? What is the frequency of healing the body? I mean, Joe Dispenza's meditations have the frequencies in them.
Well, his meditations will actually put you in a specific brainwave state. So he knows which ones will put you in the alpha state, the theta state.
Theta, yeah. All of it.
Delta even, which you're like...
Let's hit that delta.
Yeah, let's go get in delta state. That's always fun. That's when the lucid dreams start.
I got kicked in the delta.
Oh, dear.
Had to go there, Shelfer.
At any rate, I found it really interesting. And it's called Solfeggio Frequencies. So careful. We may be getting brainwashed by just watching commercials. Watching commercials and the media, because that's at that 440 frequency.
Da-dum.
Ba-ba-ba-bum.
Right.
All right. Thanks for joining us, Jason. Have fun in Dallas. I miss you.
All right. I miss you, baby.
All right. We'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye. If the idea of living lucky appeals to you, visit us at startlivinglucky.com.